Hi everyone, I'm Fran Gallagher and I'm your guide to intuition, relationships, meditation, and your esoteric superpowers. So today I want to talk about altering your state of consciousness. You do this all the time when you wake up in the morning, when you go to sleep at night, if you take a nap, if you watch television, if you play a video game, if you go outside and interact with someone, if you play with your dog, all of these activities require a different state of consciousness. So you are actually adept at certain states of consciousness. But it's kind of like driving a 5-speed car or even something even fancier and using only the first couple of gears. Can you imagine doing that? That's what you're doing when you don't learn to go deeper in your state of consciousness. Now, I'm going to be talking about going deeper and going higher, and they're the same thing. As we relax into a deeper state of consciousness, it allows our spirit to access higher states of consciousness. As we relax our body, we have more ability to use our consciousness. In other words, someday you might be able to meditate while walking. That's fabulous. But in the meantime, we've kind of got to get the physical body settled down so that the energy body or the spirit body can access altered states. So one way we can start is to notice how we are already altering our state of consciousness, as I pointed out at the beginning. And you're going to be developing your superpowers. It's amazing what we can do once we start training our minds. You have already trained your mind. I mean, think about the miraculous, spectacular feat of driving on a 2-lane road with traffic coming at you, and you never stop and stare at the traffic that's coming your way, because then you would drive right into that car or truck. But instead, you look where you are going and you trust that the other person is going where they appear to be going. And at the last minute, if you have to change, you're ready to do so. So think about that. That is extraordinary. And that requires a certain state of consciousness, a certain focus. Well, that's what we are doing when we develop ourselves spiritually. We're simply learning to use our focus to alter our state of consciousness and therefore give ourselves access to our inner world. And within our inner world, there are connections to other people, other states of consciousness, higher learning, guides, angels, your own loved ones. This is the interconnection that is within us. It's like finding out that you have high-speed internet in your own mind. And you do. One of the things I've been noticing lately is that I track energy coming into an idea or a plan or an event, let's say. And as I track that energy coming into it, it will feel like, wow, this is a great idea. I was thinking about traveling abroad this fall. And there, back in the spring, early spring, late winter, I had a feeling that this was really possible. But over the weeks, the energy drained out of that. And so I checked with the person who would be my host and said, do you think this is happening, or do you think it isn't happening? And that person said, I don't think the timing is right. We still have COVID to worry about, and maybe next spring. So I feel like I'm buffered from a lot of disappointments because I can feel whether something is really going to happen or not. I can track it. Now, at different times in my life, I have different levels of ability with tracking things. I remember, golly, many, many years ago, maybe um, as much as 25 years ago, 15 years ago, in between there, I used to be able to feel when people would sign up for my class. If I was offering a class, it would feel as if I was in a boat or on a raft and someone just got on. I wouldn't know who, but I could feel the boat or the raft uh, go down in the water a little bit. And uh, over time, that actually went away. I don't feel that anymore. Uh, Now I think maybe I'm focused so much on marketing the event that I'm not as tuned in. But with all kinds of events and situations, I can feel if there is energy coming into the event, the situation, the project, or if there isn't energy coming into that. And I'm going to challenge you and say that I bet you can do it also. I bet that you can start to notice it. You see, no one ever told us we could do these things. No one ever taught us to focus within. I teach intuition. I teach trust your gut, intuition for decisions that matter. My current cohort, they are using their intuition with a great deal of ability now. We are at, I think, week 6, and they are doing an amazing job of developing their intuition. It's a 12-week program. So, what I notice is that they were receiving intuitive insights in their lives all along, but they didn't know how to pay attention to them. They didn't know how to decode them, and they didn't know how to deal with doubts. Um, so, what I teach in my program is that doubt is a hobby. If you want to doubt yourself, have a ball. It will keep you occupied for a good long while. The other thing I teach, the very first prompt that I use to teach intuition is to ask the question, what do I have energy for? And as you track your physical energy, your ability to be motivated, you are going to notice whether or not something has some kind of viability. You're going to notice if a project or a plan has viability. I remember a long time ago confusing my then husband, and I said, so and so has invited us to dinner on the 16th, except we're really going to go on the 15th. I don't know what he made of that. Uh, so I would like to again challenge you to notice as energy gets into an idea, a project, a plan, and if that energy then grows or maintains or dissipates. So thank you for joining me. Safe travels as you navigate consciousness. Bye.